ready for day 41 of the online dance movement. Lovely that you're here. Now let's get started, and we'll sit at our chairs, of course, because this is chair-based exercise. But today we're going to look at movement and space. So I hope you'll enjoy it, because I'm going to, I know that. So sitting on our chairs and sitting up nice and tall. Now before we start, let's think about the shape we're making. When I talk about what we're doing as we prepare, think about your shape in space. As you look at me and I explain the things we do, picture yourself doing those things. Now when they use sport imagery, or imagery in sport, they will, the athletes will practice imagining themselves performing that sports skill, and some psychologists probably who'll be working with them will be explaining to visualize themselves doing that movement, performing that skill, feeling it in their bodies. To take it a step further, if you're imagining the shape, the actual shape you're taking in space, even before you get there, that's at another level. So that's really basically what we're doing today when we do movement. We're thinking about the shape we're moving into, and that will help you with positioning it, because you're not just going anywhere, are you? You're going somewhere with every single movement you do. So here we go, and it doesn't have to be hard. This is not going to be complex. It's a very simple way of looking at it, but it's just probably a different way from the way most people look at it. How unusual that I would be saying that. Hi Con, how are you? Hi Ornella, how are you? I was just talking about the fact that we're going to be looking at space and movement today. So we're going to be thinking about the shape we step into, the shapes we're making before we make the movement, so that mentally we're in that shape before we do it, so that we're not just going randomly and thinking, oh, it's about here. We actually know exactly what we're doing. So we're going to apply that when we just warm up as well, and we're sitting up. I will just see if I can play that again. I quite like this piece of music. That's probably why you're hearing it again and again. So sitting up nice and tall on the edges of our seats. Look like I've got no pants on, but I do. So sitting up on your sit bones, and allow the weight to go forward and up. Allow the back to lengthen and widen. Allow the shoulders to fall apart. Now see yourself with a beautifully lengthened spine, from your coccyx right up to the top of your head. See yourself feeling as though you're moving forward and up, and your back widening, and what that looks like to someone who's looking at you, and your shoulders beautifully falling apart, and your hips releasing, no tension there. Okay, so let's just do a few arm and leg movements to get warmed up. Remember, this class level is for people who have difficulty with joints range of motion, so it's not going to be difficult. All right, now we're going to lift one arm up just to below shoulder height. We don't want to take it too high, because some people might have shoulder problems. Before you go there, picture where you're going. Can you see it before you do it? Both arms. See it before you get there. And as you're coming back, see it. Can you see your whole body in space as you're doing this? Leg up. Can you see that space that you're moving into? The shape it makes. I've actually got a pointed foot. I might need to move back a bit so you can see me. Oh, it doesn't get caught in the slate ridges. Okay. And lifting up All right. We'll do a little bit more of the legs because we need to get warm. It's quite cold today. I don't know whether it's cold inside your place. It's all right here. But boy, it's cold outside. Okay, let's do Billy the Low Ground. What's that? We'll try it. All right, let's move the knees. So when we move the knees, we're going to go up, and then we're going to go turn the knee out, and then we're going to go up, down, up, out, up, down, up, out, up, then the other side. Now, can you picture that shape that you're making? You're not just flopping it any old how. It's very controlled. Okay? All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, out, up, lift up, out, up. Lift up, feel your space. Can you see that shape you're making? Oops, I was too quick. Other leg, I think I've done too many on that one. See that shape? That wasn't very good, that one. I knocked it out. Do a couple more on this side because we warmed up on this one as well. Now do 2 on each leg. Lift the upper arms. Feel that shape you're making. Now ones. Lift up, belly button to spine. What does that look like? 1. Okay, just relax. All right, so just think about this too. If somebody's watching you do that movement and you're starting to slump and your belly button's not to the spine and you're not drawing the scapulae down and you're not opening out the chest, what do you look like? What shape are you making? So let's just quickly sit back down, do that. Belly button to spine. We know we've done that with a note. All right, so that the belly button literally moves to the spine when you sing that note out. All right, and when we're sitting on our sit bones, we're not sitting back here. We're not sitting too far forward. We're sitting right on top of the sit bones, belly button to spine. So if we were like this, it would take your back into neutral spine. So you're in neutral spine, right up on your sit bones. You're drawing the scapulae down. That's the wing bones. Draw them down. It's not a shoulder exercise. The shoulders are just being stabilized by that. So now we're just going to lift the arms up. Just go over scapular stabilization actually. And I want you to picture that the arm movements that you're making are making a slow, careful path up to just below shoulder height. So have in your mind how far you're going to go up to, and then all the way down. Now, as you bring the arms down, you're going to lift up even higher, aren't you? Yes, you are. And where's your head position? Is it here? Because if it's here, you're getting all this strain in the upper back. And that's not good for your health because everything's getting squashed. So we need to lift up, slide this head back. Got it? All right, let's go on to, well, a nice smooth one, I think. Down with Paradise. I think that's smooth. No, it's not. Let's go this one. This is called hovering thoughts. I have those often. Do you have hovering thoughts? Okay, so just pop your legs together, sit up nice and tall, belly button to spine. You know how to do it. It's not a matter of sucking your tummy in, is it? Draw the scapulae down, fix that head position. position, slide it back. Picture what you look like now with your shoulders falling apart and your chest open, and how beautiful you actually look. Because it's surprising how much more beautiful you see yourself when you do these techniques. Because I can see it, so I don't know how other people won't see it. The light just went very weird then. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we'll just keep going. So, drawing the scapulae down. Feel how lifted and beautiful you are. And you've reached that point that you can see in your mind's eye. You can see where you're going without even looking at it. Now, Con, you're a photographer, so you've got a good eye for pictures, obviously. So now use that mind's eye where you can picture where you're moving. And Ornella, I mean, you've got a background in the creative arts and theatre, so I'm sure you're already pretty in tune with this. Okay. And lifting up as the arms lower. Beautiful. All right. So we've got that. Can you feel that in your back, that you've just been working that? That's good if you can. Now we're going to go a little bit further. We just did this. We're going to go a bit further and go out, out, in and back. And with this exercise, we don't want to lift it too high. Remember, this is just to get, in fact, I might even make it a little bit more complicated so it's a bit more interesting. We might go out, out, in and flick. Just a natural flick. So like a, not so much a flick, more like a, you know, a horse doing what they do, or a cow, a bull, one of those. So a prancing sort of, getting ready to prance sort of movement. So we're going to go da, we might even take the arms out, da, da, and prance. And it's, the prance is not technical. Let's just get the ball of your foot and just prance. And then we'll go the other side, not too high with the arms, lower than shoulder height because we don't want to stress anything. The leg can be, you can even keep your toe on the ground if it's too hard to lift it. So I'll just show you on the ground now. Bring it back in and prance. So what we'll do, just to make it easier for everyone, is we will go on the ground on both sides, and then we'll go off the ground on both sides. How about that? And then we'll repeat it. Let me see, recollections. I don't know about you, but I find from doing these classes every day that my body it's really liking it. Okay, we'll start on your right. Lift up nice and tall. And now we're going to go off the ground. Just a little bit off the ground. Not right out to the side, just about halfway to the side. Okay, other leg. Keep lifting up, scapulae down. Make it harder if you feel it's too easy. Now on the ground again or off the ground, you choose. Lift up. I did the head too. Can you see this shape you're making? It becomes more definite when you see the shape. It's not just any old place, it's every single place. Lift up, scapulate drawing down. The shape you're making with your body and your head position as well is all what you should be able to see without even looking at it. Can you feel your skin as you're breathing? So you've got more senses going on, haven't you? Another one to do, so I'm just going to go into that, which means the music wasn't symmetrical unless I started later. Don't know. I think I might have started a bit late. All right, very good, very, very good. All right, now we're going to do some arm movements for the back, and we've done this one before, but I want you to really think about, you're not just going up there, you're feeling the air as you come up. Feeling the space that you're taking up. Feeling the space as you change positions. Pressing the air, feeling the space, knowing the shape that you're making. And then put your hands behind your back and then change the position. Maybe start there and then go there, there, if that, there, then there. And then come around. So it's never just an empty movement, is it? You're feeling the places that you're going to and seeing the shape. So that if you weren't looking in the mirror, which you're probably not doing, you wouldn't need to because you'd know what you were doing. So sometimes people learning movement and looking in the mirror is good to start with, just so that they can kind of get the feel of where they're meant to be. But you really need to learn so that you know where you are. You've got that awareness built up, built in, inbuilt, programmed. All right, so let's now, I think what we'll do is, yes, we're going to do the arm movements, I forgot. Silly me. Once again, I have no idea of the time. Did you feel the air then? Did you see where you were going? Feel the air as you change position. This could be, if you were photographing, this could be on slow motion, couldn't it? Let's imagine we're in slow motion. And slow motion. It's different, isn't it, when you do that? Slow motion. Slow motion. Moving into every single skerrick of that space. Feel the air. When you come up here, don't forget that you've got all the other things that you're also doing. Scapulae down, head position, belly button moving towards the spine. Add an extra layer and squeeze up underneath the bottom, which I'll go over in a second for people who might not have heard what I mean about that. And up. Now feel your spine. Now when we're up there, we're going to do something different now. We're going to spiral. Leave your hips where they are. Keep your elbows open. Think of that shape with the elbows open. Keep open across the chest. Watch the head position. nice and smooth. You don't want to make any bumps in the space, do you? You want to keep that nice, long, continuous, long movement. And lift further. Draw the scapulae down and lift further. So you're really working your back. Keep it smooth. Bring one in front of the other. Swap. See the shape you're making in your mind. Put the backs of the hands together. Swap. Feel what happens in your spine when you do this. It's great. You must draw the scapulae down though. Belly button to spine. Are you feeling it? Now let's go to classical fifth, but in Russian they call it third. So we're going to allongé. We've learned this in an earlier session. So if you need to look that up, just look through the titles of the videos. Cup the air, forearms facing the floor, there. And then come down and all right. I'm going to come back a little bit so you can see my arms. I think I need to change to landscape view. I'm going to work that out because that way I could save some of these videos onto YouTube, couldn't I? I could do it now, but they're not really in the right direction. And seeing as this is the 41st video I've made, I think it's about time I did something like that. Anyway, let's just go over the arms for people who might not have done this. So you've got your arms in. When they're in this position, the shoulders are falling apart still. The scapulae are drawing down. The elbows are opened. The fingers are only about a centimetre apart in this particular position that I'm doing. You'll have other teachers that might have a more open position, but this is the way we're doing it in this class for symmetry and also technique. And when you look up with your eyes only, you should only be able to see the little fingers, and you should be able to see the little fingers on both hands, and that's the height. So you don't want them too far back. You want to just be able to see the little fingers. So all right, so to open, we're going to allongé. See how I'm not affecting the upper arms? All right? And now I'm going to cut the air with the little finger sides of the hands. So to do that, you have to bring the shape like that. Keep the upper arms lifted. You never drop them. Don't do this. And then allongé. Don't affect the upper arms. Don't affect the upper arms. And then in, and we'll come up again. Open. Need to really work to draw the scapula down and open out. Open out but without doing that. So there's quite a lot going on. Allongé is the breath. And that's the forearms. And then cut the air. Breath. And good. All right. Can you feel your upper back in particular? I will make a bet that you can. Now, how are we going for time? I think we've got more time, surely. All right, now what we might do, I don't want to make it too difficult, but I don't want to make it too easy either. So why don't we do something for we're going to drop one knee down. Now, depending on your chair, if you drop one knee down, you might be able to lift up your foot when it's down there. You might be able to do that. You might not be able to. So I'm not really sure. On this chair, it's not the best. So you might want to turn a little bit sideways. So that's why I've been doing that. So we're going to, I've got the balls of my feet on the ground because I just find it easier, and that's probably because of my height. Started about 5, did I? Okay, what time is it now? I can't even see. Oh, is it nearly 5:30? Oh dear. Or let me see what time it is here. Oh no, I've got 10 minutes, good. All right, so we're here. So we're going to lift up the foot and come down, and lift up the foot and come down. Now, I just was saying that I'm short. That's why it's easier for me to do this, because if I was sitting with my legs at 90-degree angle, with my knees at 90 degrees, it would be easier to have my foot flat on the ground. So you can choose. You can have your feet flat on the ground, or you can have your toes raised. So lift up, belly button to spine, keep the chest open. Now with this one, I think we might do a little bit of a spiral, all right? So we're going to just move our body to face the front. Make it a little bit trickier. And we're going to lift it up, and lift it up, and then we're going to go forward, center, back, there. Then lift it up, forward, in, back. Now you should feel this in your lower back because you're changing directions. Now, I wonder whether I can do something even a little bit more complicated. We're going to go da, da, and now we're going to turn out the leg. Turn out the leg, in, down, and back. We'll try it. Let's try it. Excuse me. You can do the simple version if you like, but if you want to do the turned out leg, you can do that too. But we'll do it slowly so it's not too fast. And let's see, marigold I think is a nice one. Remember, we've got our bodies facing this way and our knees facing this way. Scapulae down and up, up, forward, in, something like, I think I made a mistake then. Ornella will know. I think that was what I did, wasn't it? Now let's try a turned out one. You might be feeling it here at the moment. Turn out. Keep the body facing the front. Now turn it out. Other side. Position your body so you're facing the front, knees just a bit to the side. Okay. See how my knee goes there? The shape. Think of the shape. I should be further turned around, shouldn't I? Think of the shape you're making, coming up, going straight out. You do need to be on the balls of your feet for this actually, so that your leg can sweep through. I should have thought of that. Now, the turned out version. One more on that side. Let's go to the other side. Go straight out. Sorry, body facing here. One more. Straight out. getting the hang of it. Face here. So it's back, out. You've got to lift up, haven't you? And lower the heels, lift up. Careful that you're not taking your body back. Scapulae drawing down. Lift up, lift up. Very good. Very, very good. All right, now we're going to do some leg lifts because we haven't done those, but we're not going to go too high, so don't worry. I don't know about you, but I can really feel my back. Maybe we won't do leg lifts. Maybe we'll do a little bit. Oh, yes, we will. Let's see. I think this one. Now, we're going to be kicking our legs up, not too high, but think about the shape you're making. It's not just any old wear. When we do this, we're going to have nice stretched legs when we're out. So picture that. Out. Out. Stop. 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 Now we're going to turn it out. If you can't turn it out, just keep it parallel. Now parallel. Lift up. See where you're finishing. There. We're going to go a little bit out to the side now. Get ready. And hold your chairs. No wavering. Stop. That's the space you're taking. It's sharp space. Now to the front parallel. Sharp. Knees stretched, feet pointed to the side. Again. Oh, you feeling it? Okay. Bow-legged now. All right. Now we're going to do something else. Let's do the Charleston. Work those hips. Just a little bit. Don't worry about the feet so much. Couple on this side. Use your body. All right, good stuff. See how you're using your hips slightly differently when you move it this way. It's different from when you're moving it this way, isn't it? So you're going in and out. Okie doke. Now, how are we going? Right, we're going to do I'd like to do something to the back a bit more. Let's just do, we're going to go sit so that you're able to take your leg out to the back, but I don't want you to hurt your knee, so just be careful. We're going to go stretch, but keep your knee a little bit bent, I think, in, like you're throwing something. Throw, throw, all right? Maybe I'll make it even a bit more difficult. We're going to go and, so just If you can only go here, just go there. And then we're going to go, put your foot on the ground and reach. So you should feel a little stretch down here. This is the aim of this exercise, all right? And reach. Now when you reach, don't do it like this. Remember the shape you're making. You're always going to be making a shape where you're not doing that. The scapulae are drawing down. So reach and in and reach. We'll just do a few of those on either side just so that we can get a little bit of a stretching at the top of our hips. All right. Let's do this then. Cherokee shuffle. That sounds like it would be all right. I'll move back a little bit. Just practice on this side. And you're not going to be so sideways. You're just going to be slightly angled. And you'll be more on this half of the chair and you've got this leg coming out. 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 Lift up, scapulae down. Out. Out. Let's go the other side. Not too far around. Out. 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 All right, now just stretch this leg out this way. Stretch this leg out this way. Stretch this leg out this way. So the knees facing the front. The knees bent. The knees bent. Can you feel the stretch here? Stretch. Stretch. So it's going a little bit behind, isn't it? It's not right to the side now, it's a bit further back. Lift up. You feel that in your hips? Just do it small if it's too hard to go right back. Like little small steps. For some people who find that difficult, just go here. And those who can, take it further back. It's not over. Still going. Right. Hi, Brianna. How are you? That could go on forever. Forever. Now we're just about to finish, Brianna, but you can watch it from the start because you can, because it's in the group. So the difficulty level for this class is for people who have got restricted joints range of motion, and we've been looking at, yeehaw, that's right, we've been looking at moving our bodies in space and being really clear where our movements are going before we do them. That was kind of the emphasis for today. And now as we finish up, we're just going to do a little bit of upper body work because we haven't done that yet. Maybe a little bit of, we'll do spirals. That's what we'll do to finish. Looking good. Thank you. All right, let's do spirals. And we'll do it with our legs here. So we're not going to put our legs open. We won't make it too difficult. In fact, we might put our legs slightly apart. That might be the best way to go about it. And you can have them like turned out, or actually let's keep them parallel. Let's keep them parallel. All right. Staring at the sun. I think this one might work. Staring at the sun. There is no sun. The skies are grey. Here, anyway. Okay, hip goes first. Push the hip forward. We're going to go into a spiral. goes back, the other one goes back. All right, let's do our spiral. This one's going forward, this one's going back. We're spiraling around. And then hips, spiral. Hips, spiral. Hips, spiral. Turn those ribs. The ribs follow, don't they? Keep it nice and gentle, but stay nice and upright. So you're drawing the wing bones down, and your head's not forward, is it? Palms up. Don't drop the neck. The back of the neck, don't collapse that. Keep it nice and long. Keep it long. And look to the right. Well, that's your left, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's our curtsy. And we'll do a bow. Okay, that's the end for today, day 41. Thank you for being here. I love having you here. And tomorrow is day 42, can you believe it? So if you know of anybody who'd like to join in watching these classes, please invite them into the group and I will accept them, and then they can be with us for the next time or the time after. Anyway, have a good evening and I will see you tomorrow.